Story 1. Jake. I'm 21, $20,000 in debt. $13,000 in credit card debt. $6,000 to a payday loan debt that keeps building at 35%. APR. I've been gambling for 10 plus years, and throughout my life I've probably lost around $200,000 to gambling. It's destroying everything in my life. It's ruined relationships, my confidence, my happiness, my schooling, and my motivation to do anything productive like going to the gym, talking to girls, or focusing on my future. I make around $100,000 per year and have since I was 19, yet I'm still $20,000 in debt with terrible credit. I live with my parents, my expenses are around $500 a month, and everything else goes straight toward gambling. I can't stop. At first, gambling was just something I did once a week for fun. Then it became twice a week, then 3 times a week because I wanted to win money back, then 4 times a week. Eventually it became every single day. Now it's all I think about. I think about my next paycheck, what game I'm going to play, how much I could win, and what would have happened if I cashed out earlier. I've spent entire days gambling, sometimes 10 plus hours, losing thousands of dollars in a single day. For the last year I've basically been living paycheck to paycheck, but only because every dollar went toward gambling. I maxed out credit cards, so I took out a payday loan. I knew the APR was horrible, but I thought if I stopped gambling I could pay everything off quickly. Then I got the $6,000 loan, and I gambled almost all of it. I'm disgusted with myself. I've banned myself from real casinos and dozens of online casinos, but I always find another place to gamble. I know this is deeper than just money. It feels like I'm chasing dopamine and constantly trying to escape something, but I don't know how to fix it. I'm scared that even if I gave control of my bank account to someone else, I'd just find another way. I'm worried I'll replace gambling with another addiction. Tonight I finally reached out for counselling, but I'm scared it won't work. I can't tell my family because I'm afraid they'll disown me. Am I just screwed for the rest of my life? I'm terrified I'll gamble away my future house, my future wife, and my future kids before I even get there. I'm lost. Please help. Story 2. Michael. I'm 27M and I have a problem with trading Forex. In the past I've made money from it and lost money from it. My previous big loss was around £5,000 in 2024. After that, I completely stopped and focused on rebuilding my savings. I tried again multiple times, and every time it would start well. Then I'd lose, revenge trade and spiral. Usually I'd lose £1,000 to £2,000, but never my entire savings. Until now. I have a wife, a 15-month-old daughter, and another daughter who was born a month ago. My newborn was diagnosed with severe junctional epidermolysis bullosa, and our family is already dealing with an incredibly difficult situation. We currently live with my parents because the plan was to save money and eventually buy our own house. Over the past 2 years, I managed to save £30,000. I lost all of it in a single day. One bad trading session turned into revenge trading. I started taking bigger and bigger risks, trying to recover my losses, and before I knew it, everything was gone. Years of discipline disappeared in one day. I told my family what happened, and thankfully they've been supportive. I feel like an idiot. I worked so hard, saved so much, and threw it away. Now I'm working as much overtime as possible to rebuild. I wanted to spend more time with my daughters, especially because of my youngest daughter's condition, but I created this problem and now I have to fix it. I'm exhausted, but I know I can't quit. What I need is advice and perspective. Can I recover from this? How do I keep myself motivated while rebuilding? I know I caused this, but I want to make sure I never put my family through this again. Edit. Thank you to everyone who gave advice. I appreciate all the support. I know I won't return to trading because it's not just my future. I'm risking anymore, it's my daughter's future too. Hopefully, in a year or two, I can look back and be thankful that I stopped before things got worse. Story 3. Alex. I've been a problem gambler since I discovered wallstreetbets in 2018. I was 18 years old when it started, and gambling has been part of my life ever since. It began with options trading, then it turned into baccarat, then years of losing money, chasing losses, and throwing everything I had into gambling. At one point,
Order
I had
rejected.
$5,000 in credit card debt from baccarat alone. I was making $18 an hour and was basically 2 months of paychecks underwater. Luckily, I started my own business and became more financially stable. Was finally able to pay off debt, save money, and invest into safer things like VOO. But then I started using margin. I told myself it was just so I could gamble on options if I wanted. That was the mistake. The more money I had, the bigger the losses became. I relapsed on vacation this week. I relapsed 4 months ago. The wins never mattered, because eventually I always chased losses. Yesterday was the first day in my life that I had 6 figures. It should have been one of the happiest days of my life. Instead, I immediately wanted more. I risked 5 figures on a trade and walked away. The way I lost the money was embarrassing. I've worked too hard building my business to keep throwing everything away. My lifetime losses from options and baccarat are over $100,000, mostly from this year. I'm embarrassed by how I act, but I'm done. I'm ready to stop. Story 4. Ryan. I completely ruined my life gambling. I'm 29 and from the outside I look like someone who had everything going for him. I had a great upbringing, a supportive family, and many opportunities given to me. But I've always had a strange obsession with gambling.
The market is open.
Even as a kid, I wrote essays about wanting to go to Vegas and become a high roller. When I moved out of state and transferred to California, I was making good money. After my first trip to Vegas, I was hooked. Slowly, my bets increased. $5 bets became $50, then $500. Eventually, I was placing $2,000 bets. I was gambling 1 to 3 times every day. The worst part was having multiple bookies who constantly gave me free bets after losses, making me believe I could always win everything back. Eventually, I lost over $60,000. That was all of my savings. Then I took a loan against my 401k, lost that. Borrowed money from family, built up credit card debt. But gambling wasn't the only problem. It changed how I acted. I made stupid decisions and justified them because I convinced myself I would win it all back. I had the keys to a great life, a good career, a great family, good friends. And I destroyed it. Now I'm watching everything fall apart. My credit is ruined. My career is suffering. I'm pushing people away because I'm angry and ashamed, but nobody even knows the real reason. I may have to declare bankruptcy before the year ends.